Hi, I'm Mayor Joe Petty, and thank you for joining me in today's Mayor's Forum. We are coming to you live from City Hall with the Oval right behind us. And beautiful Oval. It's great. It's a great experience for the people of Worcester to come on down and use this Oval, and it's a great, wonderful, sunny day. And with us I have the City Manager. Welcome. The man who really put this all together to make sure this happened. Very successful skating rink, probably one of the most successful, I'm going to say, in the country. And you've done a great job. The Galaxy. And done a great job. Opening night was a great night on New Year's Eve. And we have, would you say, over 7,000 people have joined us? That was, well, 2 weeks ago. So it's probably close to 8,000 people, maybe.
Yeah, we expect by the end of next week, school vacation week, that we'll have over 10,000 people that have enjoyed skating here in downtown. And though it took us longer than we would have hoped to have put the rink on the common, and obviously man-made ice so that it can withstand the temperatures fluctuations here in the community, to put this consistent ice out there for people to skate and enjoy, that it's come off perfect, better than we could have ever expected. And thanks to the council support, obviously, but our corporate community, our institutional partners, great locals like Spectacor Management, SMG, Sandy Dunn, with her team and ice making professionals. It's really been a wonderful experience to watch, to see families coming back downtown and to enjoy winter activities, right? The healthy living and lifestyles of getting exercise in the middle of winter.
And don't forget Jim McGovern for giving some grant money to get this going, along with Tim Murray. And so it was pretty much, again, a team effort here in the city of Worcester to get this going. And Sandy Dunn and her group want to thank them also, like you had just mentioned. But it's very successful. I hear more compliments about this project. And I think psychologically, everybody loves it. I think that this experience, everybody wants to bring their kids down, come on down. You can rent skates down here, get on the ice for a few minutes and skate around right here behind City Hall.
Well, I will tell you that it's the big issues, the big deals, the big projects that mean a lot, but it's also the little details. It's providing opportunities of integrated fun, whether it's stopping here at the ice rink to enjoy skating with the family, then off to a great institution, say like the Ecotarium, to enjoy that as well. There's a lot to do, and this fits in so nicely with all the other great amenities we have and all the other great experiences you can have here in Worcester. So it was a fun project. Obviously, a lot of great people came around the table internally to make it happen. Commissioner Moylan and Rob Antonelli from the Department of Public Works and Parks, Christine Andreoli, no longer on my staff, but over at the Library Foundation. But her energies and her dedication made this happen. And we look forward to next year because it'll be bigger and better. And we'll build off the strengths. We'll find out what the shortfalls were and the gaps, and we'll make sure that when we roll it out next year, it'll even be a better opportunity. Right,
it'll be a work in progress. So you learned a lot this year about skate rentals, the rental business of skates. And,
that's right. Never did it before.
Now, have you been on the ice with your family?
Oh yes, many a time, and all of us avoided injury, so that's a good sign. But no, it's a lot of fun, and they are always playing contemporary music. So rated G, but contemporary music, so that adds to the festivities. And there's food down here provided by the Dog Father, so there's the ability to get hot cocoa or a hot dog. There's been great demonstrations and performances that have excited the entire community. You know, professional skaters from the Colonial Figure Skating Club, and all that. It's just it's a great experience. I was down here with you on New Year's Eve, and that was wonderful. It just added another great element to first night. Wonderful, wonderful stuff.
It was a great. For first night, this place was packed around. It had to be like 400 to 500 people back here during the night, and enjoying the first night experience. And I couldn't believe we did that parade around City Hall. Tim Murray leading the parade, and there had to be 300 to 400 people in line going down to Front Street to watch the fireworks. If
you ask me, I'm always weighting my estimates. I'd say it was a couple thousand.
Okay. I was just talking about the parade itself, but you're right. There could be a couple thousand. But we also have, for the children, we have lessons.
That's correct.
Right? And so next week, I know we're going to have Erin Williams on the show, too, to talk about what she's doing for February vacation down here. And she's a great asset to the city family, organizing all these cultural type of events and activities.
Well, it's amazing how much is actually going on, and so important to kind of put it out there for people so they can make decisions. You know, families are looking for things to do next week. The kids are off on vacation. And integrating what we talked about here on the rink with all that's happening at our cultural institutions and other organizations throughout the city. There's a lot to do, and you could action pack a whole week with the family and the kids, and quite frankly, by the end of the week, be well tired out. So we won't have the kids bouncing off the walls at the house.
I found it interesting how you arranged both projects, the opening of Front Street and the Oval opening at about the same time.
Yes.
And
what a coinkydink.
Two of the projects are probably most criticized about probably over the years. People think it will never be done.
Well, you know, it's interesting, and you know it firsthand from your role as mayor. It takes a lot of work to make great things happen, and it's often that things don't fall neatly into place. You know, a particular vote at the legislative level, or you know, a grant source that you absolutely need to make a project happen, but you stay with it, right? You keep your head down, you keep pushing, and you make sure you got the right people on the table for the long run. And to your credit, to the council's credit, to the delegation, the lieutenant governor, the local business community, people like Fred Eppinger in Hanover, we made it happen. And City Square continues to take shape, Front Street going through, but it would have been easy to walk away from that, right? Because everybody was cranking on us, telling us it would never happen. And here it is. It's Front Street's through, and there's going to be more exciting announcements coming up. And then, you know, with the rink, it was the same thing. I mean, it took a while, like about 4 years. But don't forget, we had an economic collapse in the nation. That we were laying people off, and we had to be thoughtful about what was the most important things for us to do: public safety, public schools.
Right. And to tell you the truth, it's happening downtown again, because I think it's a team effort between everybody that lives here in the city of Worcester, whether it be the businesses, the federal and state delegations, us city councils, and you and your team, and everyone. And you see all the action. What other city in America gets so much investment going on right now?
Well, again, it's our time. We've waited a long time for this. There's alignment of leadership from government to business to corporate and institutional partners, and even the neighborhoods. People recognize that we've got to take advantage of this, take the bite of the apple, and for once, make sure that we stay with it the entire time. We can't afford a fumble or a challenge. We just got to stay with it and push.
Right. Now, I've heard you've been putting out the challenge out there to the other opposing team. So now you're an athlete, so you ready to go?
I'm only here to coach. What I've heard.
I wanted that position.
Oh, you want it? All right. Well, you're the mayor, so. Yeah, the Petersham Curling Club has been talking trash. This gentleman, Hank McStoltz from the Highlands of Petersham, continues to say that he's going to rub my face in that ice out there. So we're ready for it, and we got Fins as an unbiased ref. Fins from the Worcester Sharks, so he's going to make sure he calls it right. Probably 90% of the time calling it in our favor. So I feel pretty good about this match, and I've encouraged Hank to make sure he's got bodyguards to get him out of town once he finishes today. So all is well.
Okay.
But a good competition here. City versus the Petersham Curling Club.
Okay, I'm ready to take them on. But we're going to take a quick break. This is the Mayor's Forum. I'm Mayor Joe Petty, and we'll be right back. Welcome back to the Mayor's Forum. I'm Mayor Joe Petty, and we're here behind City Hall at the Oval. With me today we have Hank Stoltz, the man who has the windows of the world across the street at WCRN. And welcome, Hank.
Mayor, thank you very much for having me. What a great place to be, too, out here on
sunny.
It is out here on the Worcester Common.
Right after the blizzard, it's a nice sunny day, and we're here to talk about curling.
Curling,
we're going to have a great curling event here in about a few minutes down the road, and we're going to crush the Hank Stoltz team.
So I've been told.
We have, I think it's the manager, myself, Bob Moylan, and who do you have on your team, man?
Nice. Well, I'll tell you what, we have the president of the Petersham Curling Club, Todd Fitzgerald, is here, and we have one of our main skips, Alan Witorsky, who works for Wachusett Brewery. He's here as well, and I'm bringing in a ringer, because I heard how you guys were going to beat us, so my wife is coming, and she'll be here as well. Because she can curl pretty well, a lot better than I can.
Well, I think Kate Toomey, we've got Kate Toomey.
You got Kate Toomey?
Yep.
All right.
So we're going to offset your ringer.
Because this is, it is a sport in which men and women can compete. And as a matter of fact, when I'm a member of the Petersham Curling Club, and I joined with my wife, and we compete in the mixed, the doubles.
Are you serious?
Yep. I am. No, they didn't just make this jacket for today. This is the official. We're wearing our street colors out here on the Worcester Common. We're wearing our colors as we came down to take you on from the Petersham Curling Club.
Oh, wow. I should be the one bringing ringers in here and to the play. But we're here today to talk about curling, a new sport that I've learned about. It's a little like shuffleboard on ice, maybe, or
shuffleboard, bocce. These are some things that might be a little similar. A lot of people, of course, now I mean, I got into it, and my wife did as well, and we found out about Petersham Curling Club because we saw it on the Olympics, and I think that's how most people come to the sport. It's on, every 4 years with the Olympics. People get get very excited about it. And where can you play? And there's actually 3 clubs in Massachusetts. You know, there's one on the Cape. There's another one down in the southern part of Massachusetts, and then out in Petersham.
That's wonderful. So, I think your project for today's show is to talk about curling and explain the game to everyone.
Well, I can tell you a little bit about it. As I said, you know, we brought one of our skips, Alan Witorsky. So every team has 4 people.
Yeah.
You have the lead, then you have the person who goes second, called the person who goes second, and then you have the vice skip and you have the skip. And the skip is out there calling the shots. So you have this target, one target on one end of the ice, the other target on the other end of the ice. You have your stones. Now I can show you one real quick here.
Yeah.
All right, this is one of the stones. It's like 40 pounds.
This is what you throw?
Yeah, and what you do is you get down.
I should have looked up before the game.
What you do is you'll get down into almost like a starter stance, right? So you'll get down into the hack, and we put some hacks into the ice out here at the oval, and you'll push off. At the same time, you'll be bringing that stone back, then you'll release that stone, and then your stone will go perfectly into the target at the other end of the ice.
Now, I'll be honest with you. I looked on the internet and
Yes,
learned how to play the game.
Yes.
And they had like a broom or a handle where you push the stone. We're not using that one?
Joe, Mr. Mayor, I think that you're okay. You'll be all right to be able to actually throw the to actually throw the stone. So no, but yes, that is something, you know, that some people do use, and they do use that stick, and they're able to do it. Now the reason that it's curling is because, of course, as you throw that stone, the skip is going to be down at the other end. And by his hand motion, either to the left or to the right, he's going to call which way you're going to rotate that stone. There's a lot going on with this game.
I can see that.
There's a lot happening here. You're going to rotate it, and then it's going to curl as it goes down to the ice so that it will end up in exactly the right spot every time.
This is a lot heavier than a bowling ball.
It is. You know, I think that is, I mean, you know, it's funny because, of course, when you first lift it up, everybody has the same reaction about how heavy it is. Yeah. But when you're sliding it along the ice, if anything, the problem is that, you know, people, it's very hard to get the weight. You know, to get the weight to be proper. It's either too light or sometimes it's too heavy. You know, you're trying to get the stone into the house. So you know, sometimes you won't quite make it over the hog line. Then your stone will be too light. If you throw it with back of the house weight and it goes, you know, from Worcester to Leicester, that's a little too heavy.
Oh, this is great. Can't wait to get on the ice to play this.
No, it's going to be a lot of fun. Now, when you go on the ice, I don't know what kind of shoes you're wearing there.
Well, right now I got rubber sole shoes.
Okay, okay, and we'll give you a slide so you can see.
Just as good as that.
Absolutely. Yeah. So you can see, but here's where the difference is going to be. Because when you are throwing that stone, you take that off so that you can slide, and that is your slide. And we brought some slides for everybody today. So we brought a slide for you that you'll put on the bottom of your shoe, so that when you push off, you'll be able to slide.
I think Mike and I was going to need another job after I do
this. It'll be a lot of fun. Now, it's great exercise, too. Not only the throwing of the stone, but while you throw that stone, to make sure that it goes properly, you'll have Bob Moylan and the city manager sweeping your stone. So you will, whether you threw it too heavy or not, yell sweep at them, so that they will have to get out there and work as hard as they can to sweep that stone to get it to go to where you want it to go. And sweeping it will help. Boy, I mean, you know, it can do so many things by sweeping it. It can, you know, to help sort of after it curls, to keep it on that line so that it stays where you want it to go, or if you've thrown it a little light, to help it speed up a little bit to actually get to where you want it to go.
Now, do you rotate positions during the game? Or?
No, so there is always the lead, and then the second, the vice skip, and the skip, and you each throw 2 stones. So it's a total of 8 stones. But the strategy for each individual, there's a lot of strategy in the game, is actually you know, different, because what happens is when you hit those first couple of stones, you'll have guards, because you want to be the guy at the end who has your stone or stones the closest to the center in the target area. So the other team, of course, is going. So your lead goes, and the other lead goes. He's going to try and knock those stones out all the way down the line, so that only your stones are left near the center. It's a lot of fun. Take you about 5 minutes to learn, and then a lifetime to master.
Oh, very good, very good. Now, Hank, I listened to you on the radio in the morning.
Yes.
And did you ever believe, or your listeners ever believe, it'd be so successful behind here at the Oval?
I got to tell you, it really is a home run, and I think that a lot of people thought that it would be nice, and won't it be nice to have the rink? But you're right, Mr. Mayor. I mean, to have it be the home run. And of course, as we're taping this, people just literally got off the ice from the afternoon skate, and that has been hugely successful on Wednesday and Thursday.
Right, and they're cleaning the ice off right now for the game?
They are indeed. We're getting ready to play.
But this is very successful.
This is going to be your own stone. You can have this one.
You don't have lighter ones? There's not different weights?
Not different weights.
No, this is good, though. I can't wait to get on the ice. I got my sneakers, and I'm making a change of outfits, and you're going down.
That's what I keep hearing. That's what I keep hearing. I don't know when it became a grudge match, but that's what I keep hearing.
But I thought that until you told me you were an experienced player. Now I don't know who's going to win this. But the manager will be down in a few minutes. I think Bob Moylan, Kate Toomey will be on the team.
It's going to be a lot of fun. Good for them. Good sports. Yeah. Good sports all. And it is a lot of fun. And of course, one of the reasons that we're doing this is because coming up on a Saturday morning, the last Saturday in February, before the public skate on that Saturday morning, we are going to be out there teaching people how to curl, and that's going to be happening again on the last Saturday in February.
Okay, perfect. Well, welcome. Thanks a lot, Hank, for being on the show. We're going to take a quick break, and we're going to be back in a few minutes here at the Oval behind City Hall. Back to the Mayor's Forum. I'm Mayor Joe Petty. With us today, we have a return visitor to the Mayor's Forum, Aaron Williams, who leads the cultural community here in the city of Worcester and plans all the events. But before we go to Aaron, I see Hank Stoltz out there trying to figure out how he's going to manipulate and beat us on the ice. But he's measuring the ice out, getting it all ready for our big curling event in a few minutes. But Aaron, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much, Mr. Mayor. As you know, the Woo is going to win this curling match.
I like that. I like that.
Yeah. The Woo will win.
So tell us, what are some of the, we have, we're filming here on a Thursday afternoon before February vacation.
That's
so
right.
Some people see this before or during the vacation week. And I know we have some great events planned for next week.
It's a great place for a stay vacation next week. And as you know, we have the Oval, skating every single day. We're hoping it's going to be gorgeous outside. You can come on down 1 to 5 p.m., actually 1 to 6 p.m. And on the Wednesday, the 20th, we're going to have a very special Donor Appreciation Day with an ice show with some very memorable people skating.
Really?
So I highly recommend that folks. I can't, for publicity reasons, name some names, but from 10 to 11:15 a.m. next Wednesday, you'll come down, see a phenomenal ice show. Then there'll be free skating for everyone on the ice. You can rent your skates for $3, but the ice will be free for everyone to participate.
Oh, great.
And then next Saturday, we're going to have another curling match. Okay. And there will be another curling team here on the ice on Saturday. And let me check my time. That's 9 to 12:30 a.m., followed by public skating as well. So if you haven't been on the ice yet, time to get off the couch next week. Come on down, enjoy the Woo, and then head on up to the Worcester Historical Museum, who's opening a new exhibition. The Alden Family Trust have committed to the new Alden Family Exhibition Room. And it has a diner in there, it has all kinds of experiences so that it's very interactive. The history of gaming, board games, and the games that we've played as childhood up to the present. You
That's
can go.
all next week?
That's all next week. It's free. Worcester loves free, so we want everyone to come on down and experience that as well. Or you could head on over to Broadmeadow Brook. We have all this great snow right now. They have trails. You can go snowshoeing. Have you ever tried snowshoeing?
No, I have not.
It's phenomenal. You feel like you're flying. You light as air, you can fly right across the snow, and they have people lead you on the trails, so you get to see little signs of animals, and they identify the tracks. So if you have kids or you're a kid at heart, it's a good place to go and experience. That's next week. You can call Broadmeadow Brook for that, or look at the website. Also, there's the Ecotarium. They're going to be doing all kinds of family-friendly activities next week. They have some new exhibitions with their dinosaur that's opened recently. They have a planetarium show that's phenomenal.
It is very good, yes.
Wonderful show, yeah.
The indoor events.
Yes. And Saturday we have at the Higgins Armory Museum, Talk Like a Pirate Day, ARG. So
Wow.
if you're around and you want to go talk Pirate Talk, you can head on up there. Or all during the week, they're going to have sword fight exhibitions. They'll be doing jousting. You can try on some armor yourself and learn about just what it was like to actually carry around 50 pounds of armor on your back and have
Wow.
a good time.
So basically what you're telling me is that I should hear no complaints from anybody that there's nothing to do here in the city of Worcester next week.
You
for
got
school
it.
week. Whether it be the Equatorium, whether it be right behind here on the Oval.
That's right.
Whether it be the Historical Museum, the
Right.
Higgins Armory. There's a lot of things for both adults and kids.
That's right.
And it's going to be a great time next week.
It is.
Yeah.
Or if you're more inclined towards the adult, you can go to the Worcester Art Museum. They have the Kennedy to Kent State Show. It's been
Oh yeah, I haven't been up
extended.
there. I'd love to see that.
It's
yeah.
truly phenomenal. It's a photographic exhibition of really looking at in depth at the 1960s. And if you weren't born in that time, it will teach you about it. And if you were alive, it will bring back a lot of thoughtful memories of that time.
So that's all next week? Or?
That's all next week. Actually, it's extended through June, actually.
Oh, great, great.
And Arts Worcester has some things going on. They're just up the road here, and they have a big college exhibition.
Oh,
The finest college artists are opening a show this weekend, and it will be running for the next few weeks.
What's the address there? Do you know?
660 Main Street.
660,
If
okay.
you're an old timer, you remember the Aurora Hotel,
yes, yeah.
and it's right in the Aurora. You can go in and see that exhibition, and you'll see some of the finest artists that I've seen in a long time.
Wow, this is going to be a great week next week here in the city of Worcester.
It's going to be exhausting.
Now let me ask you, have you been on the ice at all?
I have.
You have? Okay.
But I was instructed not to go on it today because I probably would be too big of a challenge for the Peter Sam team. What about you?
My wife and kids have been on.
Okay.
I do not skate, but I guess I'll be on there today
Curling?
doing some curling. And
Have
see
you
how that
curled
goes.
before?
No, I have not. We had Hank was on telling us how to curl. And,
Okay.
So it's going to be interesting. And Hank's out there now trying to get an advantage from our team. I'm going to be on with the manager, Bob Moyle, and Kate Toomey will be on that team.
Very good.
And I guess I didn't realize until today that Hank actually belongs to a team. So naturally
Yes.
plays this on a regular basis.
He's a serious curler, from what I understand.
Yeah.
So we want to get people to come down here on a regular basis.
Yeah.
You know, we call it the Oval for a reason. It's not just a skating rink.
Okay.
As you know, in the summer, we'll be having our concerts, the Out
Yep.
to Lunch, Farmers Market, Crafters, the Worcester Film Works will be back doing
Yeah.
a series of films at night.
Yeah.
So it's becoming a really family fun place.
It is a family event. You know, you see when I come back here on a Saturday or Sunday and see all the families on the ice, and
That's
people
right.
actually coming downtown specifically to get on this ice. It really, and the Worcester's on really changing, and I think the whole mindset is changing. That people really want to be involved here in the city of Worcester and get involved with some of the activities here.
I agree, and I think it's because people work together. That's what's making it happen.
Right. Any other cultural events coming up? We have about a minute left here that you want to mention.
Well, I would highly recommend that people head over to Tower Hill. It's a little bit out of the way,
Yep.
but they're having a great time out there with their exhibitions and walking their trails. I'm trying to encourage people to do a little bit of exercise and engagement here in
I
the
could use
winter.
that.
Since we're New Englanders, we're hardy stock, and
Yeah.
it's a good venue to be able
Yeah.
to go and experience the great outdoors. Or you could head to Old Sturbridge Village, all part of our cultural community. But most importantly, we want people to feel comfortable about getting out and being part of a creative city. And you can learn more about all the efforts at our website at worcestermass.org/culture.
Great. Well, it's great having you on the show again. You do
Thank
a
you,
wonderful
Mr.
job
Mayor.
for the city of Worcester. You did a great job for the tree lighting ceremony and New Year's Eve event here on the Oval. You do a great job for this. I just want to say thank you. And
Mr. Mayor.
thank you for joining us today. And please join me the next time for another episode of the Mayor's Forum. If you want to contact my office, it's at 508-799-1153.